Welcome to our channel where we dive into the most chilling horror stories that will keep you up at night. Get ready to turn off the lights, huddle under the covers because tonight, we have 3 terrifying tales that will make you question reality. These are the kinds of stories that linger in the back of your mind, long after you've finished listening, the kind that make you afraid to look in the mirror, or answer a knock on the door. So, are you brave enough to face the darkness? In the quaint, sleepy town of Hollow Creek, a young woman named Emily stumbled upon a curious artifact at an estate sale, a beautiful antique mirror. It was a stunning piece with an ornate silver frame, but there was something unsettling about it too. Maybe it was the way the reflection seemed to shift or the faint red tint on the edges of the glass. That night, as Emily lay in bed, she heard a sound, a whisper barely audible at first. She dismissed it as the wind, but the whispering continued, growing louder. That's when she realized it was coming from the mirror. Curious but with a growing sense of dread, Emily approached the mirror. As she peered into its depths, her reflection blinked out of sync, a twisted smile spreading across its lips, a smile that didn't reach its cold, dead eyes. Then it spoke, its voice like broken glass. "Let me out." Emily stumbled back in terror as the reflection's arms reached out from the mirror, its icy fingers wrapping around her wrists, pulling her closer. Days later, Emily's friends found her, still as a statue, her eyes vacant, staring into the mirror's depths. Her lips moved, but no sound escaped them. But her reflection, it seemed to be alive, a triumphant smile on its face. No one dared to touch the mirror, but every night the whispers grew louder. "Let me out. Let me out." Deep in the whispering woods, where sunlight struggles to penetrate the dense canopy, lies a mystery that has haunted hikers and wanderers for years, a lone red door. It stood in a small clearing, the trees parting around it as if in reverence or perhaps fear. There was no house, no structure, just a door, a single splash of color in the endless sea of green. Whispers spread among those who dared to venture into the woods, whispers of people vanishing without a trace, swallowed whole by the forest. One day, a group of friends, their curiosity outweighing their fear, decided to investigate. Armed with cameras and a sense of bravado, they set out to find the red door. The air grew colder as they approached, the feeling of being watched sending shivers down their spines, and then they saw it, as if ripped from a nightmare, the red door. As one of them reached out, his hand trembling to open the door, a blast of icy air hit them, carrying with it the faint sound of screams. One of the group, Sarah, stepped through the door and vanished. They waited, their hearts pounding in their chests, an eternity passing before she reappeared, her face ashen, her eyes hollow and distant. She didn't speak, a chilling smile plastered on her face. Back in town, Sarah wasn't the same, her behavior erratic and strange, her voice changing, taking on tones that weren't her own. She would wake in the night, her eyes open but vacant, sleepwalking through the darkened house. And then, one by one, the others began to disappear. Sarah, her smile never faltering, simply whispered, "They're with me now." Chapter 3. The Baby Monitor. Mark and Linda, their hearts filled with the joy of new parenthood, moved into their dream home, a beautiful old house with a sprawling garden. They set up a baby monitor in their newborn's room, wanting to be constantly connected to their precious little one. One night, Mark woke with a start, a strange sound piercing the silence. Laughter, but it wasn't the innocent sound of their baby. He rushed to the baby's room, his heart pounding, but everything seemed normal. The baby was sound asleep, her tiny chest rising and falling rhythmically. The next night, the laughter returned, louder this time, distorted, inhuman. Mark raced back to the baby's room, but this time the baby was awake, her eyes wide with terror, staring at the corner of the room. The monitor crackled and a voice, raspy and chilling, whispered, "Not yours." Fear gripped their hearts as they reviewed the footage from the previous night. At 3:33 a.m., a shadowy figure materialized in the room, hovering over the crib, its eyes glowing with an eerie light. It leaned down towards the baby, its form flickering, before vanishing into thin air. Mark and Linda, their dreams transformed into nightmares, fled the house that very day, leaving everything behind. Weeks later, the new owners reported hearing the same chilling laughter through the baby monitor, a haunting reminder that some things are best left undisturbed. So, there you have it. 3 terrifying tales that are sure to keep you up at night. Remember, these stories are just a glimpse into the darkness that lurks around us. A reminder that sometimes, the things that go bump in the night are all too real. If you enjoyed these chilling tales and want to delve deeper into the world of horror, be sure to visit my YouTube channel and make sure to like and subscribe. And don't forget to tell me in the comments which story chilled you to the bone the most. Until next time, sleep tight and don't let the nightmares bite.